Please ignore the mess. Or don't. American Thanksgiving happened, which means we're now in the holiday season, and let's be real, it's the Christmas season. And with that comes the joy of non-stop Christmas music. I don't hate Christmas music, except for when I do. There are songs that just really, really drive me nuts. I'm looking at you, little drummer boy. Pre-COVID, I actively avoided going out of my house during the month of December because I just wanted to avoid the Christmas music. It's a classic case of too much of a good thing, except that it's way, way too much of a only kind of okay thing. I'm Andrew Swanson, and today I'm going to be talking about Christmas music. You rocking around the Christmas tree and another word I don't know. So there's four main types of Christmas songs. You've got the old-ass OG songs for Jesus, things like Joy to the World, Silent Night, etc. Then we've got the modern carols, which would be things like Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, The Little Drummer Boy, Silver Bells, White Christmas. Then we have the secular songs. This is going to be shit like Jingle Bell Rock, Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer, You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch, Baby It's Cold Outside, Santa Baby, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Deck the Halls, Frosty the Snowman. And then the fourth category is going to be your pop covers. It's going to be like your classics like Michael Bublé, Mariah Carey, Wham. So there's two main categories of Christmas music. You've got your carols, which are considered religious in nature, and you've got your Christmas songs, which are secular in nature. The OG Christmas music and your traditional carols are more religious in nature. That's where we're talking about, the birth of Christ and all of that good stuff. Personally, not a lot of feelings about these. I'm not a Christian, so it's just a little awkward for me to experience these songs. It's meant to express a joy that I don't feel about a God-man I care nothing about. As someone who values religion and its rituals and the ancient connection of singing songs sung by your ancestors, I believe that these religious songs are important. They just make me uncomfortable because I am not Christian, so it doesn't mean anything to me. My belief is that these shouldn't be played in any commercial establishment. I'll get back to this later. So now we have secular songs, which is the truly terrible stuff. You'll find that the Christmas songs are split into kind of two categories. You have the family-friendly stuff for kids and people of all ages. And then you've got the romantic and sexy songs, which are seriously just kind of weird. I could probably go on a whole tangent about Christmas being the sexiest holiday of the year, just based off songs and movies alone. But I'm not going to go on that tangent. Maybe another time, but not today. Then, of course, we've got the pop covers. I don't have much to say about pop covers because I can't recognize voices very well, and I don't pay attention much to, who's singing what. And I've never gone out of my way to listen to someone's Christmas cover album. Of course, we've got our obligatory Michael Bublé coming out of the cave memes. So what are my feelings about Christmas music? There are songs that I enjoy, and I do like having Christmas music played when I'm with friends and family and we're enjoying like a Christmas vibe, but I don't want to listen to it every single time I'm out shopping, and I certainly don't want to listen to it all day long at work. The main reason why I don't like Christmas music is because it's under the veil of consumerist bullshit. It's inescapable. It's in your face, in your brain, just manipulating you into buying more shit that you don't need. Which leads me into my next point. Studies have shown that when consumers are out and about and they hear Christmas music, it puts them in a more generous mood. They're more likely to buy more shit, they're more likely to tip employees, and generally are more likely to be pleasant customers. It's honestly a real win for businesses because they get to have sales that aren't really sales and extend Black Friday for well over a week. And it means that they can take advantage of employees who would rather be at home, also enjoying the holidays with their families, but instead have to work because the company knows that they're going to get better tips and better sales because it's Christmas time and people just feel more generous at this time of year. There is psychology involved with Christmas music that does influence the way that you shop. Think of it this way. You're going shopping to buy some shit for your kids. You go out, the Christmas music's playing, puts you in a really festive mood. You feel good. You buy all the toys. You're like, I'm so excited to see my kid's face on Christmas morning. They're going to be so happy and we're all going to feel really good. And what a beautiful time of year. That's fine. That's lovely. I think that that's a good thing. And if you find joy out of Christmas music, I think that's excellent. I'm glad that you find joy out of it because I wish I found more. Now, studies also show that the effect of Christmas music on the retail employees is the reverse of what it is on the customers. When retail workers are forced to listen to nonstop music on loop, it is actually distracting from the work. It tends to make employees more irritable and feel mentally drained. And that's not the kind of spirit you want to foster during the Christmas season. One time when I was working at Staples, I was in college, this was maybe 2013, my boss had his personal Spotify playlist. No, it was Pandora. Oh my God. My boss had his Pandora playlist going, and at one point there were 3 different versions of The Little Drummer Boy that came on in a row. 3 different versions of The Little Drummer Boy in a row. I wanted to die. I was so over it. There's just so much you can listen to, the same few songs on repeat before you want to go insane. And that's the experience of retail employees around the country. Even people who like Christmas music, when you work in that environment, it makes you not want to like it anymore. It just drives you crazy. And it's unfortunate because it's supposed to be putting everybody in a more festive and giving mood, and it does have that effect on the customers who are in there for maybe 5 to 10 minutes shopping around, and then they grab their stuff and go. Even people that are there for an hour or two aren't going to be subjected to it in the same way that the employees are when they work their 6 to 8 hour shifts multiple days a week, and they're listening to the same stuff. And then maybe they go home and their family wants to play Christmas music as well. And they're like, no, please, for the love of God, I'm sick of it. There's also a lot of ancient tradition associated with singing Christmas songs, and most of that is religious in nature. We, by and large, tend to sing the same Christmas songs over and over again instead of catching on to anything super new. Humans have a long-standing history with oral traditions and singing songs to express feelings that we are otherwise at a loss of expression for. Singing is a great way to express many different types of things. And religious singing is very important and an ancient practice that continues to this day because it satisfies people spiritually. It is nourishing for the soul. That being said, we're in this awkward world where Christmas is supposed to be about the birth of Christ, yet it's also supposed to be accessible to everyone, including people who are not Christian. Christmas caught on as a worldwide phenomenon because it's marketable. Businesses love Christmas because then they get to sell you more shit. So it's hard for me to disentangle the Christmas music specifically from the consumerist bullshit of buy, shop, spend, give us your money. My favorite experiences with Christmas music have been where I was decorating a Christmas tree, wearing a Santa hat, and listening to Christmas music in the background. That's lovely. Makes you feel good, makes you feel cozy, brings back nostalgic memories of your childhood and all of that good stuff. That stuff is good. I'm not complaining about that. What I'm complaining about is when it's the fucking day of Thanksgiving and you're listening to music about a holiday that's not even coming for a little while. It's not even December yet. Well, okay, it's December now at the time of filming this video, but you know what I mean. You know that song, The 12 Days of Christmas? It's more like the 6 weeks of Christmas now. I saw this thing on Facebook that was like, the real war on Christmas is the illegal occupation of Christmas on Thanksgiving. And I said, well, it's just Christmas is just giving Thanksgiving a taste of its own medicine. Anyway, I guess there wasn't really a point to this video. It might have just been more cathartic on my point and perhaps on yours as well. Again, no inherent problems with Christmas music as it is. I think people should be allowed to enjoy it. I don't think it shouldn't be played in stores necessarily. I just feel like maybe a greater variety, and no, not just by pop covers, because 3 different versions of The Little Drummer Boy is still The Little Drummer Boy 3 fucking times. And I cannot rup-a-pum-pum that many times without wanting to. I'll never get over that. It's really awkward when you're stocking shelves and you've got blasting above you, joy to the world, the Lord has come, let earth receive its king. And you're like, but I don't believe this, So it's just really awkward because it's something that I feel should be private and it's just everywhere to hear. It's strange to me. It's like being at church, but you didn't go to church. So you're kind of not consenting to being at church, and yet here you are at church receiving messages about Christ. It's just, a weird, blurry line. And I think that the duality of Christmas music and the complex layers of it really solidify just how fucking strange this entire season is in the modern era. I have to get ready to go to Comic-Con, so I'm going to do that. I hope the rest of you have a wonderful day. Be sure to check out some of my other videos. I'm also salty because I bought these Comic-Con tickets specifically because Hayden Christensen was going to be there, and I knew damn well that his stuff was going to be expensive, and wow, starting at $175. So I will not be seeing Hayden Christensen today. I will be just going to like a couple panels and looking at local artists, which is kind of what I like to do anyway. I'm not usually there for the guests, but I am kind of a slut for Anakin, so... If you like this video and you want to see more content from me, be sure to give this a thumbs up, press the subscribe button if you haven't, and share it with your friends. Get the word out. I hope to see you before the end of the year, but if I don't, happy holidays and Happy New Year. May 2022 be just a little bit less weird. Probably not. This is probably going to be a really fucking weird decade, so we'll just buckle in. All right, bye! Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bell time and something else, dancing and prancing in Jingle Bell Square. Da 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 da. See.